Well, it's been 2.5 weeks since I've had that problem with the yellow hive and the queen. I'm seeing a lot of activity in that hive, so I think all is well. I did check halfway in between and the queen cells had been formed completely, but the queen hadn't emerged yet. I think this is going to be a good indicator of how things are going. Plus, I'm going to take a look at the flow hive first because you guys haven't seen that. I'll tell you what though, I'm wearing full garb here already because the bees seem a lot more protective today. I wonder if later today it's going to rain and that's what they're doing. I'm still learning to speak bee. But anyway, come with me. I'm peeking in here before I even take the top off, and it looks like this frame right here is full and almost capped. So we could harvest this one anytime. It's only June, hooray! Here are the girls working in the side here. It's kind of fun to be able to peek in. I love the smell of these beehives. They smell so good all the time. After putting that tapcomb hive together, I can definitely see how this one fits together a little better. Let's see if we can lift this off. Let's just check a few of these, make sure everything's happy. These aren't necessarily happy, but I'm checking through these. I'm honestly nervous about this one. I'm not finding much brood at all. I haven't seen the queen. I've gone through the whole hive. She's not in the medium, she's not in the medium supers. She's not in this lower portion, so I checked the upper portion just in case that somehow she made it up into the flow frames, and she's not there either. I'm really worried that this hive is queenless and that there isn't enough brood to produce a new queen. Oops, I squished a bee. I didn't mean to squish you. Where are you? Let's get you girls back in there before I do more damage. Well, the flow hive has a lot of honey, but not a lot of larvae. I'm worried that the queen's gone. We'll see what we can do here. Usually just taking a minute to think about it, I find my answer. So I'll take a minute, look through the other hives, see what happens. Well, bad news from this hive. It seems like the queen has left this yellow hive or never stayed. I don't know exactly what happened. The bees that are in there seem to be the bees that have hatched from the comb. Maybe I need to be ordering 2 queens. We'll see what this other hive looks like. Just the fact that the transfer didn't work makes me wonder if I want to try a transfer again or if I should just get a new queen, you know? Onward and upward. Well, in the brown hive, it looks kind of similar. It's like there's a theme here. I didn't see the queen, I didn't see a lot of brood, but there are so many bees in that brown hive. I mean, I wonder if it's just a period that they're going through. They've built up a lot of bees and now they're cutting back on, you know, the queen's cutting back on laying a little bit. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm going to have to do a little more research. It's amazing how much there is to know about raising bees, you know. It's also amazing how tired you can be after doing a hive check, being a newbie and not knowing what you're looking for. You know, I'm spending so much energy and effort at trying to understand what's going on in there. Anyway, it's fun, but I feel a little tired. Alright, a little bit of story time. I sat and thought about it for a while and I realized, you know what, I should get a couple queens. And because I have a new hive and I was going shopping anyway, the state of these hives, I decided maybe the best course of action is to get 2 new queens and a nuke and put that money into a nuke for the new hive. So that's what I did. I got a queen for the brown hive that's doing really well and a queen for the flow hive, and I got a nuke for the new tapcomb hive. Got them all installed and I was running really fast because it's cloudy. I think it's going to rain any minute. So, you know, I've just been doing a lot of running hard today to make things happen. And I don't know that I've done it all right. Honestly, I'm worried that, you know, one of the 2 hives have a queen in it already, and that I don't know any better. But I looked and looked and looked to see if I could find any new eggs, any new larvae, and nothing. You know, any brood that I found is almost to, you know, about to emerge, and that's rare. So I'm afraid that I'm just at the tail end of things, and those 2 have lost their queens. And I hope I'm right. You know, we'll see what happens. Maybe some of you guru beekeepers out there can see my mistakes and point them out right off the bat. Just doing the best I can. I guess you can't gain experience without making a few mistakes, right? And we'll find out. I think I've said this before. It's turned out okay in the past, so good thing these bees are resilient, right? So yeah, got 2 new queens, got a nuke, a new hive, and the yellow hive just may not make it, which is kind of okay. I should explain that too. The top bar hive, I kind of only wanted 1, and I ended up with 2. So if I lose 1, I'm in the same boat as I wish I had been. Maybe at some point before winter I can transfer the bees from the brown hive to the yellow hive, which is a better hive. We'll see what happens. Maybe the yellow hive's fine and I just don't know what I'm looking at. So, okay. It's been 3 days since I've installed the queens. I've come back out to check on things, and man, the bees are really kind of crazy. Not absolutely sure if it's busy before like another rainstorm that's coming, or if there's a problem. But I'm about to find out really quick. They're noisy, but they don't seem to be fighting. So we'll see what it looks like inside. This is an amazing amount of comb that they've built in 3 days. Literally 3 days here. The queen's out, so I don't know what all this buzzing is. This is a lot of activity compared to the last time I opened the hive. But something's a little different. But the queen's out. So, whatever. I'm just amazed at how much activity is going on there. Got a couple bees up on the camera too. There's so much to learn about beekeeping. There's part of me that would have rather left them alone so that I didn't bother them. Hopefully they're okay, huh? Okay, this hive wins. That's a big bunch of comb for 3 days. See if I can get this hive, or the queen. The queen is not in the queen excluder. See if I can get that off without losing the comb. Okay, two queens released. Well, the queen is released in the brown hive too, so out of the two queens that I placed, they're 2 for 2. So we'll see what activity they do. In about a week I'll do another hive check and I'll see if I can see any queen activity. But according to the hives, there's a lot of work to be done. They seem a little bit upset. I hope it's not a bad sign. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching. I don't know how long this video will be in the end, but I'm figuring that out just along with the bees that I'm working with. I'm not the perfect beekeeper, but we'll see if we can keep these alive, huh? Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for taking this journey with me on Simple Ground.